All right.
Hello, America. It's Mad Military Man reporting in.
Yeah, save it for YouTube channel, which
Hey,
exists
Darklings.
now.
Hey, yes, it does.
It exists now. That's in the description.
Hey, Darklings.
Yeah. Quiet, Tyler. That's stupid. Welcome.
Oh,
Welcome.
No, it's not.
Whatever. Welcome back for another segment of the blah blah
Batman
blah.
shirt guy.
Yeah, whatever.
so our topic today is
COD.
a game that really scuffs my boots.
Yeah, we have a half hour, so I'm gonna just let Greg go off for a few minutes.
If
Go
anyone
ahead.
doesn't know what COD is, it's
Okay.
a fish.
This game
Very
is
good.
called Call of Duty. And it's not just this particular game like Black Ops or anything. It's the entire Call of Duty series. Alright? This game scuffs my boots
We may
because
have to
it is
record
the
some
most
footage.
unrealistic, stupidest war
Really?
game I have ever
We
played.
may have to
Mercenaries
record some
was
footage.
better than
Let me have
this.
this fun.
Mercenaries was a better game than this. And you know what? Trust me, as someone with military training, I can tell you this right now. The controls are weird. The sights are crazy. This is just pretty much a game where people are going to hate us by saying, oh, Call of Duty's the shit, man. Call of Duty's the greatest game ever. But you know what? In real life, in reality, it sucks. Right? Pretty much Call of Duty is just a game
Just give me
where
a signal when you're
8-year-olds, 9-year-olds, and young kids who shouldn't even be playing video games like this, but their parents put them in front of that video game just to babysit them, where they gives them an excuse where they can get online and they can curse other people and get away with it. That's all it is.
You done? You good?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you go.
All right, great. All right, there we go.
Okay.
I just wanted to. I knew he had that in him. I just wanted him to get that out. Well, the first comment I want to say is, this is our first very loaded topic. Definitely, it's very this is a very loaded subject. No pun intended.
Thank you.
And the one thing I gotta say in Call of Duty is the one point I want to bring up first is if this game. Let's be real here. If this game didn't make the money it made and had the fan base it had, no one would give two craps about it. But because it's so popular, everyone makes a big deal of it. And it's not uncommon. It happens a lot. But really, when you think about it, people are only mad at these things because they feel that our society let it become popular and it makes them feel stupid. Get over it, people. I'm sorry, Greg, but get over it, people. It's a fucking game.
The game that became too big for no reason.
If this didn't become that big, no one would give a crap. Everyone would say, oh, yeah, it's okay, kind of dumb, but what are you going to do? And some people say, oh, it's okay, yeah, it's pretty nice first-person shooter, if you want to get into the series, the genre. That's pretty much all people would say.
No, I'm not bashing the game. I just don't like how people react to this game because I've actually had people who wanted to join my squadron when I was on a recruiting mission saying, I want to be like a guy in Call of Duty, where he ducks behind the building and then I said, listen, kid, go home and think that you're going to respawn. You know what? Why don't you kill yourself and respawn back at your house? See if you can do that. Make me happy.
Don't tell kids to kill themselves on the internet, Greg.
He's joking, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, we might even censor that out.
Nah, I don't feel like editing that out.
Huh?
I know. We never said Bickering Gamers was a family-friendly show, you asshole. We're talking to Tyler.
Listen,
Viewers.
we speak our minds and we have the freedom to do so. That's what this country is all about.
Yes, Greg.
If it wasn't for the fact that I had such a poor screen to play on, I would not suck this bad.
Oh,
Poor screen.
oh, get over it.
Here's the thing about gamers in Call of Duty. No matter what, it's not. They never say it's because the other person's better than them. It's always an excuse. Like
Yeah,
say,
that's
oh, I
true.
didn't pull the trigger fast.
I have to
Screen's
say,
too small.
do you know
blah
what?
blah blah.
I'm not one for excuses. You know me. You know me, baby. But trust me.
I ain't your baby, baby.
Thank
Right.
you for getting that reference. Thank you for getting that reference. But anyway, I'm not one for excuses, but you know what? The controls on these games are pretty weird. I'm sorry, but
Nah,
I
yeah, I
the
can agree
controls
with
are horrid almost. It's like I'm embarrassed to play this game sometimes.
that. Right.
You only played it once when I made you to.
No, I've played it a couple of other times. I'm not gonna lie. I played it a couple of other times.
Activision, the people who make this franchise,
Wait,
actually,
Activision made this?
yes, Activision makes these games.
Oh,
Activision has a way of making, for lack of a better term, mindless franchises that get very popular. And they also made Guitar Hero. Some of them were responsible for Rock Band. What else did Activision work on? They did a few racing games and fighting games.
Yeah, they did.
Basically, they like the games where you don't have to work that hard to design them, and gamers can eat it up. Nothing wrong with that. It's pretty much pop music. They pretty much make the pop music of gaming, I will say. And I actually do like Activision. Some of their games really impress me. I mean, when Call of Duty, I actually just got Black Ops 2. That's my first Call of Duty game I ever owned. It wasn't the first time I played Call of Duty. It was the first one I ever owned. Because I was just curious, you know.
I honestly think the older ones are better than the newer ones.
I think so, too. Because they put a lot more care into them, you know. Like, these days...
Yeah, especially World at War. That was one of my favorite ones.
It's like, I'm not saying Activision aren't sellouts. They're not ones to be that way. But if a fan base is going to pretty much murder every employee in Activision if they say we're no longer making Call of Duty games... They're gonna be murdered, every one of them.
You know, I gotta tell you, these Call of Duty games were actually like a spin-off of those old games. I don't know if anybody remembers these, but I do. They were the Medal of Honor games. You guys remember?
Oh,
those?
yeah.
They're still around.
Yeah, no, but like the original. You remember the original Medal of Honor games? This is actually it's actually supposed to be a spin-off, like, you know, of course, like modern days. I mean, obviously there wasn't like as much warfare as it was back in World War II. This is actually where urban warfare started in World War II.
What was the original Call of Duty on the PS2?
I think so.
Yeah, PS2.
Yeah, PS2.
If you want, you can look it up.
I was just thinking.
Guys, don't hold credit to all of our details.
Well, because I mean, unless we say otherwise, it's like, you know,
Right.
we're sure of what we say. I mean, unless we say otherwise.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, just don't quote us. Don't quote us on this.
Don't quote us on everything we say.
But yeah, my point is, the fan base is too strong for this series. Whether Activision, I don't even know if Activision likes making these games anymore. I know if I was a designer and I made the same franchise for years and years, that like
I would get pissed.
that isn't like you can do something new with it. You know what I mean? Like when it comes to Mario's been on for 20 years, but people try new things in these games. They have fun designing them because they always know we got new toys to play with, we got new ideas, and since the games are simple, like Sonic, well, not today, but like Sonic or Crash Bandicoot.
Oh, Crash Bandicoot.
Or
we gotta do that one day.
Yeah, or what do you call it? Or you know what I mean? Like those Legend of Zelda is another one. Those games are games you can toy around with. It's always gonna be new and exciting to create a new one. And Call of Duty is a game that I'm not gonna be one of those people who say all first-person shooters are the same. I mean, to an extent they are, but Call of Duty literally is just adding more maps, and
yeah, that was just for me blowing up my comrade.
And then that happens, and you blow yourself up without even getting near the fucking grenade.
That's what that. I'm
well,
sorry.
that's because I was on hardcore too.
It's like I'm sorry. That would be something like a guy in my old unit would do. I can't give his name, but that would be something that he would do. He would throw a grenade in there and then run in the exact same direction.
Well, I only did because I thought it would blow up before I even got there.
Yeah, I know, but like you see how that looked like from the outside?
There's also one more thing that I really wanted to quote on this. How the frig does a knife to the foot kill someone instantly when 1,000 bullets to the chest doesn't?
Video games!
Tyler. Say fuck like a normal person. With your frigs. Ow.
Oh, knife to the foot, he's dead instantly.
Wait, can I borrow yours?
You know what, that does annoy me, though, because like, if I get like it takes like 30 headshots to kill these people.
I know, it's like, again.
I know, I empty out like 10 sniper rifle clips into a person's friggin' eyeball.
You'll empty out
and then all of a sudden I store a knife and randomly hits him in the pinky toe.
Can I have
and it kills them.
Can I give, like, especially the young kids a reality check? If you get hit with a whole barrage of bullets from an entire magazine filled with these bullets, you are going to die. In real life. I've seen this happen.
That was just there right then.
I mean, this game obviously is total BS in terms of reality. I mean, like, look at this. You see how, like, that sniper scope is going on?
Well, Greg, it's like Ed Boon once said. Who wants to pay for reality?
That is true, Billy.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah.
That's why it's called video games, not reality games.
Yeah. Indeed.
Oh no, I'm not saying anything bad about the actual game. It's just people like I hear people talking as if it's real. Come on, it's a video game. Enjoy it as a video game
instead of always bitching and
Here's
complaining.
the point of a
about
video game.
someone
The
hitting
point of
you
the point of a video
with a
game is
knife.
to enjoy it. The point of a video game is to enjoy it because it is a luxury.
Now
You treat it like reality. Come on.
Well, you gotta understand. Every fan base has those extreme. I would, for lack of a better term, extremists who just complain about everything. The Sonic fan base. Oh my goodness,
my Lord.
they're horrible. For example, everything's a problem with them. One time, you know what? One time, I know it's a little off subject. You know what? One time, Sonic fans complained about in Sonic Generations, where they remade what zone was it? Sky Sanctuary.
Oh yeah, that
They were complaining that the building wasn't yellow enough.
Yeah.
Yellow?
They weren't yellow enough.
Because
You mean like the bat?
because in Sonic 3 and Knuckles, it was yellow because a 16-bit console doesn't have as much color palette possibilities as a new console does. But when they made the HD version for the Generations game, they made a more realistic color. It's like a beigeish color, but it's ridiculous.
Understandable. Now, what I don't understand about this game here, I mean, I've only played it like a couple of times, but like I said, Ed Boon once said, the great Ed Boon said, nobody wants to pay for reality. But I just don't understand the dynamics of this game. I mean, I understand it's urban warfare, and you have to like be on your guard at all times because they could be lurking behind any corner like that, just there that you just saw.
Right.
But I just don't understand the dynamics here. It's just
what makes games, particularly more violent games, very popular is it fulfills human instincts without you actually doing something.
really.
Yeah.
So wait, so is that to say like? If I wasn't like military and I played this,
You would get
satisfaction.
You get satisfaction from it.
But like, is that to say like if I later joined the military after playing this game,
Now, of course, it doesn't.
I would be more like in tune with battle?
No.
Is that to say that?
Because no, you wouldn't be in tune to battle because this game doesn't affect behavior. It just gives you satisfaction. Because what makes a game good is you get a certain stimulation or satisfaction from playing. Like when I beat a fucking hard ass level,
Yeah, I know. You just
you
feel
feel
like
good because
you cream your pants. I know.
Even though you're sitting in a couch, you're accomplishing something, and
Yeah.
you're doing it as another avatar. It's interaction, and what makes a game like fucking satisfying as fuck.
I know. It's like you cream your pants when you like.
And I gotta give first person shooters credit. I don't hate them, but I'm not good at them. I'm really not good at them, but I gotta give it credit. It fulfills a lot of basic instincts. It doesn't affect our behavior. I can't stand people who say that. Because it just gives us satisfaction. It's no different than jumping on platforms. It's just doing something a little more realistic.
I understand.
And this is just how it is.
Listen, a video game is a video game.
Yeah.
No getting around it.
But yeah, Call of Duty. It really was the first first-person shooter to coin that whole being satisfied that you fucking killed somebody feeling.
Yeah. Well.
And it really did bring online gaming to its height because at the time, online gaming, especially when the Dreamcast came out with it, it wasn't that well received. Nowadays, it's different now. A lot of people go for it. I mean, like I don't blame them. So I mean, like anytime I want, I can play Sega All Stars Racing. I can just pick Wreck-It Ralph and go online and race other people.
Well. Wreck-It Ralph is a whole other different story together, Billy. I mean, Wreck-It Ralph is Wreck-It Ralph.
He's a playable character in Sega.
Yes,
also.
I know.
That was their agreement when they put Sonic in the movie.
Yeah, I know.
Mario's going to be in Wreck-It Ralph too.
Shameless plug.
So that means Nintendo might have a game with Wreck-It Ralph in it.
Cool. Now I'll tell you this: these types of games, like online. Again, if you've ever watched our traditional multiplayer versus online player. Multiplayer video, you'll hear me say this. I don't like this type of multiplayer because
Where the hell
they
are
can
you?
curse you out.
I had to get
They can curse you out and get away with it.
All right.
Like these people, like they will unload every
you.
curse under the sun at you if you do something wrong or if you kill them, and they can get away with it because they're miles away and they're talking through a microphone.
You see, that's why it affects behavior.
And sometimes they're your next door neighbor.
I mean, that's why it doesn't affect behavior in these games.
that's the
Because
thing.
if it did, you would be. If this did affect behavior, you would act like a soldier. They would not
That's
curse
true.
at you. They will not make excuses.
That's true.
They will die with honor.
That is true. And I'll tell you this.
Medal of Honor.
And
I'll
no one
tell
ever
you
thinks
this.
about that, do they?
I'll tell you this. I would rather prefer a multiplayer game where I'm playing the game with the person. Thank you. If I'm playing the game with the person, I know that if he curses
Such as
me out,
Mario.
if he curses me out,
can
all I
punch him
have
in
to
the
do
face.
is reach to the side to smack him. You know, it's perfect.
Well, not only that, but you also you can see this person, you have a connection with this person. You know that this guy is just shitting around with you.
Yeah, like that's how it is.
Like we all had that moment where that guy tried to unplug your controller when you were winning, and you punched him,
Yeah.
and you punch him straight in the arm for being a dick.
Actually, I just punch him in the nuts.
Fair enough. What about you, Tyler? What's your memories of the series?
Call of Duty.
No, Tyler, the other
Besides
one.
the fact that I died a lot in this video, not much. Only fact that I remember, growing up when I was a kid, trying Call of Duty. This one's okay. Okay, this is getting old.
Yeah, well, it's a system, you know. Hey, it's games like this that are based on a lot of them makes the money.
Yep.
Well, that's what investors see anyway.
Hey,
You
as
know,
long as
I'm
it makes the
wondering-
money, they don't give a
You
crap
know,
about
it's
what
really
they
weird.
do.
Yeah.
People say that this is a good game for children to play. Then why don't children today have respect for the military if they
Okay.
love this game so much?
Nobody says this is a good game for kids. Parents just buy these because
No,
they don't give
parents
a
think
crap.
that this is a good game for kids because it allows them to express themselves in a wholesome, clean environment.
Only
Please.
stupid parents that buy them the
Please.
games say that.
I'd love to see your kid actually be in a situation like this in the real world, like in Afghanistan.
Only stupid parents say that. Because when I was a kid, and I would play Conker's Bad Fur Day, I was like 10, and here's the thing that I think back on it. My mom wanted me to stop playing, and I did because she's my mother. You gotta listen to your mother.
Yeah, always listen to your parents, kids.
So, yeah. Oh, now we're good, helpful citizens.
Yep.
And my dad said, "Oh, he's not going to notice. He doesn't care. He's going to go over his head." When I think back of it, my dad was right. I didn't notice anything. It went all over my head. But my mom was right to keep me the fuck away from that because it's a rated M game. Well, they didn't have sophisticated ratings at the time, but
That was before Mortal Kombat, though.
yeah, that was after.
Oh yeah.
Oh, was it after?
Yeah,
Huh.
it was an N64 game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh lord.
Well,
I can only imagine what that was
the
like.
ESRB didn't come till later N64. Back then, developers rated their own games, and what happened was they all had their different systems, so you couldn't tell what was really which.
Yeah.
I hate when they put the handguns and the twin guns in because nobody walks like that. No one's like freaking Frankenstein. Arr, 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 arr. Syncopating was in the video. Arr, arr,
Yeah, I
arr,
know.
arr.
And I hate that crossfire thing. I hate that that cross gun thing.
Yeah.
That was supposed to be like a, yo, man, I'm a gangster with my pistols, please. You're holding a 9mm. Ain't that good. Try a 45.
I can get that in this game.
Of course you can. It's a video game.
Well, basically with this game, when it comes to fans, maps are a big subject, and
Nice.
people love the maps. You know,
I know.
that's what really makes the games more unique between each other. Is you have different terrains, you have different maps to learn. You can learn all the hiding spots. You can learn all the best stuff.
Yeah, especially with this kind of gameplay. It's infected.
You want to know the map.
You really want to know the map
You know-
because you can just hide in one spot the entire map and you can win it.
That is
just by being the one.
that is
person
pretty much
alive.
the
If you
only-
read the map, yeah, you'll win it. But, you know, again,
That's pretty much
if
the
you
only.
didn't have the map, it
Right.
would be a lot more interesting, in my opinion.
It would be, but a map means it doesn't mean you have a map or a radar. It's a term.
It's the actual.
It's the
area.
actual. It's the overworld.
Yeah. It'd be a lot more interesting if it didn't,
And people
because
believe,
you don't know the land.
and that's pretty much the only.
That's how it was at the beginning.
That's pretty much the only true strategic thing you can
Go
think.
back.
It's pretty much the only time you ever think in this game, basically. But this game, what makes it, there's nothing wrong with it, but people like just play a game off instinct.
That's true.
You don't have to think all the time. Like I like RPGs because I get to think a lot. I get to use my mind. I get to come up with strategies and shit.
Yeah,
I like platformers because I get to think about how to judge my jumps, what moves I can use to get to point A to point B.
The only
This game, you'll look around and shoot. There's nothing wrong with it.
This
It's
is just
just
like fighters for me. I try to learn the combo. I don't even think about it. I just do it.
see. That's the difference between that's a true difference between a casual game and a hardcore game. No thinking is more casual. Thinking is more core. That's pretty much how it
Or
works.
you mean your abs?
Shut up, Tyler.
That's funny. You made a funny joke, Tyler. That was funny. You made a funny joke.
I know I did.
That wasn't funny.
Yeah, I need to get some.
I rebuttal that was funny.
Huh?
I rebuttal the fact that that's funny.
Your argument is valid, Billy.
Cover me, I'm reloading!
But yeah, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know.
Whatever.
Whatever.
We digress. Ha ha!
Yeah.
We do not digress.
So. Yeah.
Oh, that was SBD just now.
Yeah.
And it goes
One.
to
I remember-
one. Boom.
I remember I was talking to my friend once, and we were having a discussion about Call of Duty once, and we both agreed to the subject. We were talking about the subject once.
Oh,
Should-
that pissed me off.
This is why I didn't, this is why I liked it better when we didn't have the video showing as we were recording it, because I knew this would happen.
Ha.
Anyway, we had this conversation, and there was a subject that came up that was really interested me. Should Call of Duty only be a multiplayer game? Should they bother with the story mode and the first person story mode anymore?
I honestly don't think they should. I think it should just be a multiplayer platform.
You know what? I think if the military man has anything to say about this, it would be.
Just get it over with.
Shut up.
Make me.
I will.
Just talk.
Now, I think that they should have both. I mean, if they have enough technology to make this intricate game, put both in, because you know what? The story mode might actually help the player think while acting on instinct. And you know what? That is trust me, that is the best thing a soldier can do.
Well, I agree with you, but his argument was actually pretty good. He said that the only reason people play the story mode is not for the story. It's to earn all the guns
Yes.
and the land and the maps
Yes.
to play the multiplayer.
Yes.
That's the
But
argument.
they have to think in order to do that. They have
Yeah,
to
but
put
here's
their
the thing,
skills to the
Billy.
test.
Nowadays, they don't have to do that. To earn all the guns, all they have to do is keep killing until they get to a certain level.
Or just
Right.
use a cheat code.
No, they don't have cheat codes in here.
Cheat codes aren't really that popular anymore, except for GTA.
Yeah, it's about the only game right now, besides the Game Boy games like Pokemon or
The
whatnot.
Konami still makes, when they make games, they still use the Konami code somehow.
I know.
It's a tradition.
Yeah.
But that's
Cheating is a
I think that's actually a good argument
But I
to
think
make.
the only thing that they should do that's single player is have the training mission.
I think no. Here's what they should do. They should, if they would do this, and I don't think they should. I think they should stick to consistency. And at the same time, maybe some players do want a story, you know. But a lot of fans just play the multiplayer, you know. But here's what they should
I know,
do.
because I know a couple people that don't even touch the story mode.
Yeah, here's what I think they should do if the series would ever just be a multiplayer platform game. They should have classes within the online gaming. You should select how you're skilled as a player. You shouldn't put a 99 level guy in with a 1 level guy.
Actually, no. Here's the thing, though. Sometimes a 1 level guy is better than a 99.
Yeah,
level
that's
guy.
true. So he can select a harder difficulty, a class system. They should have a class system like they do,
have class
like
systems.
they do when they select things. No, because I've seen very unskilled people play with very skilled people, and all they do is get slaughtered. And I know from experience. I'm a very novice player, and when I go online, I get my ass handed to me.
That's why you play against me, and I slaughter you myself.
Yeah, whatever.
You should see Billy with other games like Mortal Kombat against Liu Kang.
Shut up, Greg.
Oh, don't even get him started.
He doesn't like Liu Kang.
If I knew how to do it. I've been practicing my game and I still suck.
Yes. Oh, come on. Practice makes progress.
No, because I cannot figure out. I'm telling you, I look up
I'm
all
glad
these
you said
codes.
that
I
and
have them
not-
printed out. I look up all the special
Greg.
move techniques.
Greg,
It never works. I can't get it to work.
Greg,
The only thing I can do
I'm glad
is
you said
Sub-Zero.
it. Practice makes progress, and not practice makes perfect.
Yeah, I like that.
Perfect practice makes perfect.
I like that.
True.
Yeah, but
Sub-Zero, though, is...
the only thing I do is Sub-Zero's freeze attack.
Can I ask you something? Is that Epcot? That
It
looks like Epcot.
It kind of does look like Epcot. Yeah, I was thinking
It's
that
like,
too.
are they blowing
When I
up
first
Disney
seen
World?
when I first seen this map at my neighbor's house, I thought the same thing.
Is it because it looks like they're blowing up Disney World?
I always thought that should be that could be an interesting thing. For
Oh,
them
you
to
should
do.
see the stealth power that comes across the screen.
I always thought that'd be interesting DLC for COD to do. have like real places that you wouldn't have a war
I
in.
know.
Have a
Oh,
war.
you mean like Fallout, Las Vegas?
Yeah, but you know what?
Yeah.
Because here's the thing. Well, I can't remember that. I mean, if it was, I mean, you'd probably see Mickey Mouse rolling down the road in a Panzer. You know, it's like that'd be a sight to see.
I would actually pay.
I'm
to
sure.
see that.
I'm sure people modded it.
I would.
Hey, listen,
you
I would.
can't mod Call of Duty because the online service will kick you out.
Yeah,
People
'cause it's considered
always-
cheating.
People always find a way, Tyler. People
Yeah, no, they
always.
do, but here's the thing: the system kicks them out until
Yeah.
they take it off.
Well, for good reason. Why don't we kick out the stupid little kids that shouldn't be playing this game because it's rated M? That's a question I have.
Yeah, true.
I love how.
You know why? Because they don't do age censoring like they're supposed
That's
to.
why I love that Nintendo Network does that. If you are under 12 years old and you're playing a rated M game, they will kick you out. You can't play this game.
Under 12 years old? Really?
Well, 13 is
Last time I checked, rated M was for 17 and over.
and in
18 actually.
and in Miiverse,
they raised it?
It's always been raised.
Well, I have a Turok game. Remember the Turok? About the guy who hunted
Yeah, I know.
dinosaurs? It was rated M and it said 17 and over.
Yeah,
That
it's
was back.
18.
It's oh god.
yeah, M games are 18 now. I don't know why they did that, but yeah.
I,
I mean, I'm not-
I can actually understand why, because technically 18, you're legally in the.
But you know
Yeah.
what? People use these
17's
games to
close
babysit. You know what?
Yeah. They do. You know, that's because
Yeah, but here's the thing.
that's
you say
because when
17.
their mind's on instinct
Billy,
mode, they
Billy,
won't do anything
Billy.
rambunctious, and they have their frustrations set out.
Bill, you said 17 is close enough. Then what's next? 16 is close enough to 17. Then 15 is close enough
No,
to 16.
'cause when you're
it's gonna
6
keep going
No,
lower.
because when you're 16, you're a stupid punk kid.
Yes, you are.
I mean, like the N words,
Maybe.
like N-word jokes.
You know what's really weird? You know what's
Watch
really
what you
weird?
say.
Do you see that? Did you just see that?
What?
They had like that explosion and like this. See, watch that explosion. See that?
Yeah.
If that was real, I have a problem with the grenade. If that was real, that building wouldn't be there.
Yeah, I always noticed that.
Like the walls wouldn't be there'd be holes in that wall.
You know what? You know what I hated? You
Here's
know,
the thing: you can't destroy the map.
you know what really bothered me? That scene from that movie about Father Capodanno, when you know the movie with that guy. He joins the army and he's like this troublemaker. And in the end of the movie, he saves the whole battalion by putting his metal helmet over a grenade,
Yeah.
and it just blows him up. That would have destroyed everyone. No matter what.
Actually, not always. Believe it or not, and it's actually an anomaly that I've wondered, but that actually sometimes does happen. Where if you hold that down, it'll actually keep the blast concentrated, and that's why people like that have won medals of honor for doing that, because they saved the entire unit by giving themselves up by throwing themselves on the grenade.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
Oh, you mean like the guy? You mean like the guy from wow, Captain America?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Steve Rogers.
Yeah.
Final
Yeah.
step.
Yes.
Sacrificing oneself to save the lives.
I remember we were just talking about before the video how we hate the red that happens when you're about to die.
Oh my god, that is. Just give us a friggin' life bar already.
Yeah, they should, because I remember I was watching Game Grumps once, and they were talking about health bars, and they made it, and I like what they said about it. They said, I hate it when they have the red with the blood around it, or they have the red around
It
the
makes
edges.
it harder to see.
Yeah, I know.
It's distracting, and here it is right here, and it's like, why have it? Just say you're low on health, you know?
Yeah. That's actually, I have to say that
They're going for realism, yet.
Yeah.
Why now? Why in this certain
I know.
situation?
I was about to say that's actually a real part, because like when you start to lose so much blood, your vision starts to go blurry and everything.
Yeah. If you want a game to be realistic, be careful what you're making
Yeah,
realistic.
be careful what you wish for.
Yeah. Because a realistic game is just boring. Not all of them. It depends on how you do it. It does, because you have to take certain liberties. Sometimes. You have to.
And I'm not talking about the board.
You just have to take certain liberties
Yeah, you do.
when it comes to those games. But Call of Duty, I have to admit, it does it right. It does. I mean, there's a lot of things that bother people, but it's nothing that distracts you from the game.
Besides that red circle.
Yeah, besides the red,
thing.
thing you mean jibber jibber jibber. Somehow you have blood all over, so much in your eyes that even your peripheral vision has blood
That you
on
don't
it.
even have in this game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no
That's
Fred.
right.
I've never seen it for.
That's why they made a specialized screen that it covers.
That's right.
But they have to program it so that it is peripheral vision.
See, that's why I'm bad at first-person shooters. I can't stand the fact that I have no peripheral vision. And you know what? Believe it or not, first-person view is less realistic than third-person
Yes,
view.
it is.
That like you wouldn't believe it, but it is.
Yep.
It's less realistic
Yes.
because not only you have to look like an idiot having your arms in front of your eyes all the time, and at the same time you look like you can't see anything that's more than straight from your pupils, and the only way
Yep.
you can turn your head
Is if you turn, and by that time you already...
you have to turn your entire body to see left and right.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. What interested me about some rumors about the Xbox 720 was they wanted to make the Kinect a projector so you can see what's around you in games. And that's a cool idea because that would make my life a lot easier. I can look around me. That'd be cool.
That's the reason why I want to get an Xbox.
Yeah, it looks
Xbox 360, 720, what's next?
give me a sec.
1080.
No, 1440.
How are you going to do that?
I don't know. I don't fucking know.
Nah, it'd probably be
Wait,
a
why
cheap-
would you need a 720?
Well, all we really know about the 720 as of right now, well, me personally anyway, is you have one that's you have oh yeah, it's gonna be called the 720, and it's gonna use the smart glass technology somehow. But anyway,
It's basically going to be a handheld.
yeah, it's that time of the day again,
Unfortunately.
and yeah, you know,
We'll see.
Thank
all
you for
later.
watching. Tune in next time.
yeah.
Mad Military Man reporting out.
See you later, Darklings.
All right, see you guys.